What's up, real ones? Welcome to Let's View It. And this world is so damn weird. It is so damn weird. It gets weirder and weirder every year. You know, like back in my days, I graduated in 99, so I was a teenager throughout the 90s. There were weirdos, but you were just like, yeah, that's Jeff, and he's a weirdo. But he wasn't necessarily stupid. This world right now is really weird and stupid at the same time. And it's one hell of a combination. Let me tell you this. Nobody, when I was going to high school in the 90s, growing up as a teenager, could have called what the hell is going on today. But I would have loved to have been that person. I would have loved for a teacher to be like,
"Hey Tyrone, where do you see this world in 20 years from now?"
Where do I see this world? I'll tell you where I see this world going 20 years from now. 20 years from now, men are going to believe that they can be real women, and women will believe that they can be real men. And if you think that's crazy, a lot of the outside will start to agree with them. Yep. And it won't stop there. After that, those fake women will want to go into women's bathrooms. And if you don't let them, they're going to say that you hate them. Don't look at me like that. I'm not crazy. I'm telling you what I know. And then after the bathroom thing, they're going to want to join women's sports. Yep. And that's not even the crazy part. You know the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association? Well, everybody involved with the Women's National Basketball Association, except for one girl named Sophie Cunningham, is not going to know what a woman is. And, hold up. I'm not done. These visions are coming to me. All the coaches and female players are going to say that men can play in the league. And it's not going to be because they actually believe that. It's going to be because they're scared to say otherwise.
Aw, get out of here. There's no way you believe that. How could anyone believe a man could be a woman?
I'm telling you, it's going to be true. And then I'm going to lose all my homies. They're all going to stop talking to crazy Tyrone. But 20 plus years later, they're going to be like,
how could he have known? How could he have known?
So here we are, me making this video because, believe it or not, it just got crazier. Right now, there is a narrative being pushed. And for some reason, it keeps popping up on my TikTok. I don't know why. But there's a huge narrative being pushed that if a woman doesn't want to date a bisexual man, then she's homophobic. Or they even say biphobic. And it's not just one crazy person saying this. It's a whole shitload of crazy people saying this. So you already know. Let's view it.
So if I'm a straight woman who finds it unattractive that a man I want finds men attractive, that is wrong. I mean, it makes you homophobic. Which is what this entire conversation is about. With you straight people not wanting to date bi or pansexual people because you're homophobic. Nobody's forcing you to date them. But just admit that you're homophobic. Just admit it. Right? Why is it unattractive that a man finds another man attractive? Because you're homophobic. There's nothing else. There's no other reason other than you're just homophobic. So just say it. It's not a preference. You're just homophobic. You're just homophobic. So own it. I don't know why you people can't do that. Just own it. Fucking pussy.
This is the first time in my life that I've heard straight people called you people. Talk about hate. Now I'm you people because I'm black and you people because I'm straight. Would that make me a W people? I'm so good. I'm good at this. But with this logic, anything you don't like is a phobia. I think eating broccoli is gross. Oh, so you have a broccoli phobia? If you're broccophobic, just let me know. Oh, you like throwing footballs, but you don't like throwing shitballs? Are you a doo-doo phobe? Don't tell me you're doo-doo phobic.
And the reason y'all think y'all not homophobic for not being open to dating a bi man is because y'all don't know what homophobia is. Y'all think just because, oh, I don't hate gay people, I'm not homophobic. No, just how racism has levels, homophobia has levels. You know how you can be microaggressive towards a black person, you can also be microaggressive towards a fucking gay person or a bisexual person. And a lot of this shit is microaggressions and generalizations and stupid shit. Just like a white person can be racist without knowing, you can be homophobic without knowing. And a lot of y'all reasons are homophobic as hell. Most of them are stereotypes and generalizations, son. I feel like we as black people, we should know better, especially black women, because of colorism. You know how a black man would be like, oh yeah, I prefer to date lighter skinned women. You ask the reasons why. Oh, because they dark skins, they loud, ghetto, this, that, and the third. Y'all are doing the same thing to bi men. And I ain't gonna lie, it's getting a little concerning out here. Y'all reminding me of them MAGA people when they get called out on their racism, bro. Y'all coming up with everything under the book that sound dumb as hell, bro. It's like, damn, this the shit you coming up with to argue that you're not homophobic? You care more about being called homophobic than being actually homophobic, because you go say, why did you calling me homophobic? Then say some homophobic shit, like...
What in this weird, stupid world is going on? The examples that he's given, like someone saying, I don't want to date a dark-skinned woman because they're loud or ghetto. And he said even stereotypes, they're using stereotypes. If a woman doesn't want to date a bi man and she's like, because he wants to fuck men, where is the stereotype? That is true. That is absolutely true. There's no stereotype there. So how is that like racism? Racism uses stereotypes. Bisexual men really do want to poke other men. It's not a rumor. This world is so stupid. So stupid. I believe this new generation can't hear their voice. They can't. There's no way they are hearing what they're saying.
You want to say that you don't want to date bisexual men, but you're not homophobic because you want to be homophobic without like the social consequences of homophobia, right? And I think like we just need to have that conversation. A lot of these women want to hang out with gay guys. They want to have fun. They want to be a part of the culture, but they are homophobic. The same topic comes up when they start to talk about what they would do if their sons were gay. And then they try to do like a mind trick on you, right? They'll be like, what's so bad about having a preference? Like, why can't I just not want to date bisexual men? Why does that make me homophobic? I don't know. Why is 1 + 1 = 2, dummy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, you don't want to date somebody who would also sleep with a man because you think there's something wrong with sleeping with men. And I think that's homophobic. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, like, what are you talking about? But that's the double down. I think the craziest part, back in my day, they would just be homophobic about it. Now all of a sudden it's like, no, I still want my gay friends to like me, but I would never, ever sleep with someone who would ever do anything that they do. Why? It doesn't make any sense. And all of your reasons are bigotry. Date who you want, but don't pretend it's not homophobic.
Weird, stupid people don't understand. There's a difference between thinking something's gross and thinking something's wrong. I could think a man sleeping with a man is completely nasty and a huge turnoff, but think it's okay. Morally okay. My true opinion about it is, I don't know. But they will find out as soon as they meet up with God, and if they want to tell me what he said, I'll listen.
Is it homophobic for a straight woman to not want to date a bisexual man because he's bisexual? Yes. And why is the reaction of these women to reference grape culture and say things like no means no? Girls, we're not telling you that you need to date them. In fact, please stay far away from bisexual men. Bisexual men, for many reasons, would never want to date a homophobic straight woman. Nobody's forcing you to. We are simply saying you need to unlearn homophobia and misogyny. If you are attracted to a man physically, his personality, everything, and then you learn he's bisexual and you're no longer attracted, there's some underlying issues. And you do realize that you're just weeding out the men who are openly bisexual. You may still date a bisexual man, except the bisexual men you would date instead is heavily in the closet. And the reason these women aren't attracted to bisexual, part of the reason they're not attracted is because they see men who have potentially been with other men as inherently emasculated. And I think whether the man tops or bottoms also affects the way that these women see these men, because if a straight woman's with a man who's topped another man, then she's comparing herself to a man and she feels almost like defeminized. And if a man has been a bottom, then he's been on the receiving end, and so she will feminize him. These women have a deep-seated fear of the prostate, and so I assure you bisexual men are not interested in women like that.
They're misusing the word attraction. Of course, if a woman is attracted to a man, and then she finds out that he's bisexual, she still might find him physically appealing, but the overall attraction of being with that man might go away. Just like if a man finds a woman attractive and then you find out that she slept with the whole neighborhood, all of a sudden you're not so interested in that woman anymore. Or sometimes you find someone very attractive, but their personality becomes trash. And all of a sudden they look a little uglier to you. In fact, sometimes it's in reverse, right? Someone might not be that attractive to you, and the more you learn about them or hang around them, they start looking better and better. So with that being said, it's not so far of a reach that if a woman's into a man and then they find out that he wants to sleep with men, it might be a turnoff. And it doesn't mean that she hates gay people or think men shouldn't sleep with men. It just means she doesn't want her man sleeping with men. Or when she's walking around with him, wondering if he thinks that dude's hot, or if that dude's hot, is he looking at his bulge or his bulge? And for the most part, they are more feminine. They are. It is what it is.
Hello, TikTok. I am a straight woman, and I'm coming on this app unprovoked to ask all of you why
You're definitely not a straight woman. You're not straight or a woman. I would say more like a crooked man.
it is considered homophobic or biphobic for me to not want to date a bisexual man. Hi, straight people. Since you asked first, it's homophobic or biphobic to not want to date bisexual people at all, because these sorts of exclusionary dating preferences are often rooted in some form of bigotry. So, for example, not wanting to date a bisexual man is often rooted in the idea that men who like to have sex with other men are not manly enough for them, or that they might carry some kind of STD, or that they're going to be unfaithful and cheat on them with a man or something like that.
Just about all of that is true. Of course, there are outliers. But the thing with gay men and bi men, at the end of the day, they're men. And we know that men love a certain thing. I always say, imagine if women thought like men too. We probably would get nothing done ever.
Those are all assumptions that are based in homophobia or biphobia. Just letting you know, because you asked first. But that.
And he's probably bi, right? Does he seem masculine? His existence is literally going against his own argument.
That's not fair. Not wanting to date a bisexual man doesn't make me homophobic or biphobic. I support the LGBTQ community. I have a lot of gay friends, and just because I don't want to date anyone in the community doesn't mean I don't support them. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you're an ally to the community in a lot of ways. I'm sure you love going to gay bars. I'm sure you love hanging out with your gay friends. But that doesn't mean you don't hold any inner unconscious biases towards gay people, right? But we live in a bigoted, racist, fat-phobic, ableist society, and our environment shapes our inner beliefs and our biases in a lot of ways that we don't realize. Similarly, a lot of people have exclusionary dating preferences against dating fat people. And you would certainly argue that those dating preferences are rooted in fat phobia, right? Okay, so what then?
What? Now, if you don't want to date a fat person, it's because you have fat phobia? If you don't want to date a dumb idiot, well, you got dumb idiot phobia.
Telling me I have to date a bisexual person, otherwise that means I'm homophobic? Isn't that coercion? You're trying to coerce me. Hold up. No one is saying you have to date a bisexual person. You can date whoever you want. And if a bisexual person comes up to you and wants to date you, you have every right to say no to them because that's how dating works. Literally, all we're telling you to do is if you have these sorts of exclusionary dating preferences and hard rules against dating anyone within a particular group of people, that you really just look inward, think about why you might not want to date anyone in that group and what sort of beliefs are kind of leading you to that conclusion, and maybe reflect on those things and try to deconstruct some of those beliefs.
Okay, I don't want to date a bi man because he wants to sleep with other men. Deconstruction done.
You gay people are so annoying and you want us to date you so badly. Seriously, you're always talking about how straight people don't want to date bisexual people and about how that makes them homophobic. Like, you literally always talk about this. Why do you always talk about this so much? You literally started this conversation?
I promise you, no straight person started that conversation. Why would they start that conversation?
I can choose to not date bi men, that's fine. Totally fine. What is it about bi men that you don't like? I just prefer for my man to be straight. Okay, why is that? Because I'm a straight woman, I'm attracted to straight men. No, you are attracted to men. Bi men are men who like women. It's a health risk. Having sex with anybody is a health risk. Well, you can call me homophobic, I don't give a fuck. I mean, yeah.
Look, weird, stupid people. Sexual acts can be an attraction. If a woman says, I like to do this or that, a man could be like, damn, that's attractive. That's hot. Or they can say, I like to do this and that, and a man could be like, ugh. So the idea of a woman thinking their man likes women could be an attraction to them. And thinking their man likes other men could be a turnoff. How does that not make sense? And the fact that these people are so stupid that they don't get the nuances that dating a bi man will bring to a straight woman, like simply questioning, is she enough for him? Or is he like, give me a break, give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. And where does this stop? So if a man only wants to date a woman who is not bisexual, he's biphobic too? Stupid for sure, but biphobic? I don't think so. Or some people are freaks and want their men to be bisexual. So if they only want to date a bisexual man, are they straight phobic? Nah, of course not, right? Because at least we're dating one of your people and that's all that matters. And really, all this is about is them having all the options because they're bisexual, so they date men or women. And they want all the men and all the women to be open to dating them. Because obviously they don't care since they date both sides. They don't care if you're straight or bisexual. But you better believe that most straight men and straight women don't want bisexual partners. So most women will not date bisexuals. So all they're trying to do is open up more of their dating pool. That's it. They're trying to get more fish in their ocean. Hell, they don't even have an ocean. They're trying to get more fish in their pond. And the other reason why they're saying this stupid biphobic stuff is because what they're trying to do is make it so we say we aren't turned off by men being with men. They basically want us to be bisexual too. But it's not going to happen. We're not turned on by it. We don't want to see it. And it is what it is. They're trying to push a narrative that if you're turned off by men being with men or women being with women, that is now homophobia because it's not appealing to you. Not because you're saying they're bad people, not because you're saying they're going to burn in the eternal flames of hell, but just because you're like,
Ugh.
You can't tell me that no gay or lesbians feel this way. Ain't that why they're gay and lesbian? Because being with a woman doesn't appeal to him and being with a man doesn't appeal to her? If that's not why someone is gay, then I'm really confused at this point. And you guys told us to respect that. Respect who they are and who they want to sleep with. But for some reason, it's very, 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 very hard for you guys to accept who we are and who we want to sleep with. Stop trying to make everyone gay or bisexual, damn it. And if you have anything you want to add to this video, then comment below. Tell me what you think. And while you're telling me what you think, I'm gonna tell my girlfriend I'm bisexual and see if she still wants to be with me. But whether or not we're gonna still be together, I'm still gonna need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hit checker button and sub ride with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.